Welcome back to the show. Let's talk to Dr. Charlie from Harley. Dr. Charlie, being overweight ages people's brains. Do you believe that?
Well, I think there's a lot that goes on with the brain in terms of fat deposits and other things. And I think that if you're eating less healthily, then it's generally bad for the brain. If you think of the brain as the sort of internal engine or the internal computer, whatever analogy you want to make, it basically needs the right fuel. And if you're giving it the wrong fuel, then it probably does have that negative ultimate effect. Certainly what you find is people who are multiple and serial eaters of processed foods lose their ability to discriminate. They become desensitized to those foods and have to eat more, and then that's a negative ongoing effect. So certainly, you know, we're not suggesting that everyone's going to have to rush out and eat kale every day, but eating healthier, nutritious food, less processed meats, and generally less meat is better for people.
I'm stunned by that, in terms of if I'm carrying an extra few pounds, eating a few extra Big Macs, that it could impact my brain.
Yeah, I don't think we're saying that just eating a few extra Big Macs. I think we're talking seriously obese people on really poor diets for really prolonged periods of time. So no, the family member who occasionally goes to a drive-in with their family and does the takeaway, that's not the issue.
They can continue to do it.
Exactly, that's not the issue. No, it's the cereal people who, you know, it's breakfast, lunch, dinner almost.
Right. Did you? I never saw that film, but somebody was eating the McDonald's.
Yeah, Morgan Spurlock's film.
And what was the end result? Did the person go properly downhill?
There have been debates about it, because there have been films probably sponsored by McDonald's where somebody did exactly the same and didn't get the same results as him. In fact, they claim they got healthier. But the point in his film was there was a lot of fatty infiltration of his liver, there was increased lethargy, and just not feeling very well. And I think the thing about any fast food outlet, we have to accept that despite the marketing, it should be a rare treat. It shouldn't be your regular meal. And unfortunately, a lot of us have got into that ignorance around fast food being the only food, but slow food is better, and also it's cheaper. The guy who runs the Body Coach, he gives excellent advice. There's a thing he does with an avocado and an egg and a microwave, and it takes, you know, a few minutes. And it's
but the family travelling into London in the school holidays, they've seen a McDonald's sign, a big bucket meal or whatever it is, you know, the burgers, the chips, the drink, the apple pie, £5. You go into the local cafe and £5 won't fill up a kid.
I would agree with that sentiment, and I understand why sometimes that seems the easy route. But again, I think our children are targets of the fast food industry. You know, whether it's a Happy Meal or a Happy this or a Happy that.
Right.
And we've got to teach our children early that healthier eating is better. Otherwise, the epidemic of childhood obesity that we have in this country will just increase. And of course, that has long-term knock-on effects on the NHS. Once a child is obese, it's very hard to be a non-obese adult. So you've already compromised their future, frankly, by overdoing that. So the occasional treat, explained as the occasional treat, nothing wrong with that. But if the family get into the pattern that this is our regular solution, when I did public health in a certain area of London, which I won't name for semi-political reasons or whatever, you know, you saw the grandmothers with the children and with the bag of chips, and that was his lunch. Now, clearly that was poverty, that was ease of use and everything else, but those grandparents were doing no favours to those children with their bag of chips in the long term, and the consequences will be quite significant.
Okay, let's take a very quick break and then we'll be straight back.